What is up, guys? Wraec here with a new video, and today, as you can see, we are in the guild, and the Guild Supremacy game mode is finally live. It is basically the new guild boss battle game mode, and it will be there for the next nearly 40 days, I guess. And this game mode has some tricks, has some things you will want to know, so definitely stay tuned for that. First of all, you will find it right here in your guild. You can access it, and if you are, well, like me and your guild was a bit strong and defeated the first boss already, then you will probably be greeted by a pile of loot. We'll get some guild medals, we'll get some diamonds, but won't actually get to fight a boss. To actually change that, you will need supremacy passes, and this is a point where you really need a guild that is very active, because that will really enhance the gain of supremacy passes for your guild. So for me, it says 1550 out of 5000, and you can see there are all my guild members here contributing supremacy passes to this course here. And the way you do this is you have like two things that you have to do. Earn supremacy pass, it says it right here. Daily quest for once, where you can find a few daily quests engaging with different content. Those will grant supremacy passes, and then you also have the rankings. So as you can see right here, basically your ranking in every single game mode is now important. It says Supreme Arena, Dream Realm daily, we have Arcane Labyrinth weekly, we have Honor Duel weekly, and all of those basically grant you supremacy passes. And you will want to earn as many of those as you can, because this will further progress this goal of 5000. At 5000, the next difficulty of the boss will be spawned. So definitely make sure all your guild members and yourself, of course, as well, do all of those daily quests and do all of the game modes every single day, or in the case of Arcane Labyrinth and Honor Duel, weekly. Basically, the next thing you want to see is probably the loot. The loot, that is not the loot, the loot is here. The loot kind of depends for once on your guild rank, where we see up to 7000 guild medals. 30,000 is of course Celestial and High Pigeon Hero, so pretty good. 1500 gems is not that much, but I guess it's decent. We get a crown cup, where I'm not really sure what it is, and we get this pretty cool title, Dazzling Star, or for the second place, for the top 6 to 10, the United Force title. So not bad at all, actually pretty good loot, but consider it should be for 40 days, so ends in 40 days. So, well, broken down on per day, it's actually not that much, but I guess that when the day comes and you get like 7000 guild medals, I mean, you will probably be pretty good. The other thing is we have the difficulty rewards, and there this is split in like two things. We had the first part of rewards, as I said, I had like 150 and 500, 150 diamonds and 500 guild medals. The victory rewards actually 100 and 200, and then there are progress rewards that you will earn. So we have 20%, 40%, 60%, 80%, so this is basically what comes on top. It is another 350, so it's 150 and 500 for this boss. And this basically progresses for all of them. I don't think I saw different rewards. Okay, the gems go a bit up. And there we actually have 5 summons as well, so not bad at all. In between here, can we actually see the lowest rewards? Ooh. Oh, difficulty 21 to difficulty 25. Actually didn't see that yet. But that's insane, because we get all of this. So that's like 30 Twilight Essence, bringing this to a pretty cool 150, right? Yeah, 150 Twilight Essence, basically, if you defeat those last bosses. If we're able to do that, that's the question, of course. And it's also probably still a bit far in the future, but if you have an active guild, maybe you can get there. I guess it's like meant to be kind of a top tier reward that only the active guild reaches, but if you can get to like 25 because you're in a real active guild, that's like the best source of Twilight Essence that we have ever seen. Not that Twilight Essence is like an insane resource in that sense. We made a video about the difference it makes, but still, it is pretty good to get it here and finally have a proper source of it. And probably, as far as I know, this is a repeating event, so you will have this in the future, which basically makes this take the role of being like one of the biggest sources of guild medals and Twilight Essence. So not bad. I guess that is pretty nice. Till then, beyond all boss tactics, which probably aren't too many required, because the thing is, if we check out the contribution ranking in my guild, yeah, only 12 people have yet contributed, and I think probably not a whole lot of them even attacked the first boss. We can't really check it out right now. But as far as I have heard from the people, wasn't really difficult and was defeated quite quickly. So in that sense, the first boss probably pretty easy, which means most of you are likely at this stage now where you have to earn Supremacy passes. And yeah, is there any way to speed this up? Well, not really. Not really. The only thing that you can really do is earn those Supremacy passes, get them. You can see the requirements here as well. It's 5,000 for the second stage. For the first stage, of course, no passes were required. We can scroll down a little bit to get a bit of an idea how far we've actually have to go. So this is 310,000, and this is the last stage where we got the regular rewards, and afterwards we go into the Twilight Essence with like 30,000 distance in between. That is actually quite insane. That's quite a bit actually, given that we saw the ranking rewards here, and it was like for Supreme Arena daily at 120. Okay, we have 120 per guild member. Well, we can't have all of them in the top 20, can we? So this doesn't make too much sense. We can't have all of them there. I don't know what max 7 means in that regard. But beyond that, basically if we just calculate, let's just calculate it with 90. It's 30 times 90. Probably still a bit too much, right? Let's say 30 times 60. It's 1,800 right there. So probably still possible to get like to those high stages, but will require your guild to be active. If you have like 10 inactive members, well, that's probably not going to work. And you will have to engage with Honor Duel, which I didn't really do, but this, interestingly enough, doesn't really require you to rank anywhere specifically. Neither does Arcane Labyrinth, so going in there, doing it once is probably enough, and as it is a daily quest, yeah, you should do it. So just do your daily quest, go in there, clear the game mode so that you can get all of those Supremacy passes. If all of everyone in your guild does that, that's a cool 3,000 Supremacy passes, which is kind of good actually. We have that, we of course have multiple weeks here, so that kind of racks up already. So it's like, how many weeks are that? Like 6 weeks? 6 weeks, 3,000 every week is 18,000. So it's not bad at all doing this just a single time in a week. Given that, I'm not sure how far we can go. Difficulty of the boss is of course one thing, and then earning the Supremacy passes is another. So I know my guild members are active, I know they will do their best to actually clear those bosses, but we'll have to see, and of course then in the next days we'll go into the strategy guides when the boss is a bit more difficult and not defeated that easily. One thing that I didn't see yet and that I kind of wished was a thing, they've once again not made it very easy to see on which days the people are active, because like we can track the activity a little bit here. We can see, okay, somebody is at like very, very low contributions. I guess in that sense we can see it. I mean, it's a bit better than Battle Druids, because this really mostly depends on the Supremacy passes people earn. If people don't really engage with the game modes, they will fall behind here, and you can easily identify which guild members aren't really competing in the game or aren't really doing their dailies. Like, where we are not really talking about like some insane amount of tasks you'll have to do. You just basically have to engage with the most common daily game modes that you will either way have to do, because if you don't do your Dream Realm, well, you fall behind in the game anyway. Supreme Arena, you don't even have to engage really. If you have your rank and you didn't fall down somewhere, well, then you're still good. But probably it will make it a bit tougher to fight for top 20 or fight for top 50 here, because most people will try to get in there. So given that, even more important to get good strategies. But this is like all of the info that we have right now. I will try to get a fight of the difficulty 2 boss if it's not too easy. For one, it sadly didn't work. A strategy guide, of course, all of that is coming up. But for now, I just want to give you guys the information that you need. Till then, tell me down in the comments what you think about the game mode, and we'll see us in the next one.